What's up, everybody? It is Friday. Things are getting spicy. Whew, I know you're feeling it. Run a little behind here today, but we just started it anyway at the time. What's going on, everybody? Curious to see everyone's thoughts here. Yesterday, we were looking at some patterns, going over that we've identified over the last week or so, and it looked like our pattern had broken. Today, rallying. Maybe we were too soon to judge. We're going to take a look here at Bitcoin. We're going to look at the chart. I think today we'll start with the short terms. Then we'll go to the long terms. There are coins popping off left and right, and we're going to be watching those. The ones coming to mind, Ethereum hitting our $4,000 target exactly as predicted. Litecoin making some moves, not quite as impressive, but still making moves. And we'll look at, of course, Solana, Cardano, really whatever's going on, whatever's spicy, we'll figure it out as we go. If you guys want to see specific coins today, let me know. Put them in the chat. Real quick, don't forget, subscribe. If you haven't yet, subscribing, very important, really helps out. If you haven't smashed that like button for the new stream, smash away. Smash away. The more likes, the more subscribes, the more you guys chat during the live stream, the more engagement we get, and the more YouTube shows this live stream to new eyes. So I appreciate it. It's very important. You guys have been awesome at it. You're the best. Discord links in the chat, in the video, below, in the video description. Join Discord. Make sure to verify. Keep up with our daily live streams. You're going to find a 24-hour live stream chart there, educational content, trade alerts, all kinds of goodies, but really keep up with the community. Have a place to chat while we're not live. Last but definitely not least, I swear, I know I hate doing the shills, man. You guys know it. It's the start of the month, so we've got to check out the Patreon. It's the first of the month. Well, it's not the first. It's early in the month, and it's still a great value. Don't wait to sign up. Patreon bills you on the first of the month, so if you wait, you're really just burning time in September subscription. You'll get charged October 1st. What does Patreon come with? Patreon is our little special group. There's many different tiers. We have a new tier for people who just really want to contribute but don't have too much interest in the content. But daily publishes of trade setups, macro market analysis, technical analysis, all kinds of goodies. I put a lot of effort into this. We've seen a lot of growth actually this month for the first time in many months. That's great to see. Hopefully you'll be next. I might as well throw this off. Alonzo, our brother. Alonzo joining the Patreon. Welcome. Bam. Great to have you. We'll touch base here soon. All right. Let's jump into the charts. Is something wrong with the stream? We only have... Okay, never mind. Something wrong with YouTube. On my side, it doesn't show me the right stats sometimes. So let's take a look at the corn. Take a look at the corn. You guys know these weekends have been spicy. Maybe we should even just look at that. I'm too ADD. These weekends have been spicy. Today's Friday. The weekend is upon us. Happy Friday, by the way, everybody. And I don't know, follow suits from the last few weeks. The weekend coming up, these next 2 days should be rather interesting. Yesterday's stream, we were looking at a short-term downside. We got it. Here we are, back above our weekly bullish engulfing level. Couldn't ask for more. Couldn't ask for more. We have a higher high. This is literally what we were speculating at the start of last month, or last week, and the start of this week. We identified our previous weekly lows and highs, and we said, whichever direction we see break, whether we see a higher high or a lower low, price is likely to continue in that direction. We're in an uptrend, so we're looking for a higher high. We finally got it. Right into the weekend. Couldn't be better timing. Between the last stream yesterday and now, Bitcoin traded up to 51,000. This isn't really super exciting for some of you because you're going to say, but Tom, that is a 1% move. I know. The important factor is that we continue to set higher highs. We have not seen any lower lows on the weekly since July 20th when we began this rally. And that's a good sign. We can see last week's low still intact at 46.3. It's high broken here today. The uptrend continues. Our invalidation points remain the same. We'll see those on the daily. Until then, we're just trending up. So let's see if anything's changed on the weekly. Momentum's up, money flows up, RSI's up. Nothing new. Nothing new there. Even trading briefly as a red candle yesterday during our live stream, there was 6 seconds where price traded below 48.8. 6 seconds. We went and dove into it, literally, before buyers came in, shot price up on the 4 hour. It's super visible. We'll definitely take a peek at that. I said we were going to do the short time frames first. It's easier to do this. You build the map with the long ones, though. But I'm a man of my word. Let's go from the 5 minute up now. The weekly was just a little review. We could see yesterday. Where did it go? Where did it go? Back here? No. Yesterday's here. Bum, bum, bum. Right here. 6 seconds. Literally 6 seconds of a red weekly. Pretty wild. That shows there's demand at that price. Bulls defending this green weekly candle. That is excellent. So let's actually crank it up with the 5 here. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. What are we seeing? Yeah, we can argue bullish divergence on some of our lows here. Typically, bullish divergence on these low time frames I'm not going to be so interested in. What I really want to see is the general flow of price, the flow of our indicators, our oscillators. And what we see is good. Coming off a high, we did have some kind of selling response to the new high. However, this is much more tame than what we saw at the test of 50.5. Really, really tame. We saw about a 2% sell-off very quickly after that high. And now we're seeing 1.6. I actually thought it was less. That is less than 2%, but yeah, all right. That looked like it'd be a smaller percent. 1.6%. That is smaller. I guess that's the takeaway. That's the importance. It does look like we have some kind of very local support here being built at 50,250 area. We can see that right here. Off of that wick from our new high. Things not looking too terrible. A little consolidation on the 5. Not the rejection that the bears were hoping for, that's for sure. Definitely not the rejection. Even at 2%, that was a pretty mild sell-off from 50.5 thousand. And to see that high be broken and to see an even weaker selling response, to me, that shows some signals that the market is still looking to buy. Buyers are still here. Not only are they pushing up to new highs, they're preventing price from reaching new lows, and they're even preventing price from moving too quickly to the downside. It's pretty spicy. 5 minute MACD, we have some good signs here. We had a series of lower or higher lows on our negative or selling momentum. This red bars down here on MACD, and we had that same pattern, and we still technically do. We want to see earlier in today's high here on the histogram move up, but if we zoom in even more and get even more microscopy, we see that we are seeing locally some higher highs. This isn't confidence building on the 5 minute for me yet, but it's just the foundation of where we're going to move from. 5 minute is signaling some potential bullishness. Let's take a peek at that money flow. Money flow is not super agreeing. Not super agreeing. This is in better condition than yesterday. Yesterday, everything on those low time frames minus the 45 was looking pretty bearish. We got that sell off while we were live. And we're not seeing that totally fixed here. It's not completely remedied. The 5 minute leaning bearish, but has, in my opinion here, looking farther out, probably a bullish bias to it. We see our money flow looking to roll over. We do see our oscillators for momentum here showing us lower highs. Locally, the lows are coming down. So not quite in the condition that we were looking for. But what is nice is we have this little bump here. We've made a lower low or a higher low. It's always confusing when you're dealing with 0, 1, and negatives. A higher low. There we go. And unlike yesterday, versus its previous swing to selling momentum, we can see didn't really make it too far. This right here is indicating me that at least in the short term, the 5 minute is looking to roll back over. Very spice, but not perfect yet. 5 minute, all right. Looking to roll over on some capacity. We're going to need more info. We're not going to be able to judge it just by the 5. Let's continue out here. 15. There we are. There we are. This is what I was hoping to see. This is good. That's good. Higher lows, man, my words are messed up today. Higher lows here on our money flow. We see our trips to the negative side getting less severe, while our positive money flows continue to set new highs. We are in a little bit of danger here as we have a local area of a lower high, but look at this. This is what we're hoping for. So 15-minute had just rolled over. This looks like it happened in the last hour. Selling momentum kicked in, money began flowing out of the market, and then what happened? Start flowing right back in. Just immediately. Immediate response. This is a nice bullish response. VWAP does leave a little bit to be desired, but with the money flow making almost a pathetic attempt at draining fiat out of the market before moving back in, that's to me showing some weakness on the bear side. Let's see. Yeah, we're already back into the positive, and now what we're going to be looking for is a higher high. We're going to want to see that high come up here on the 15. 15, though, signaling that it has rolled over, period. It's already rolled over. It's already going into some kind of discovery in that sense. MACD is going to agree with that very clearly. Very clearly, we can see waning momentum over the course of the last maybe 12 hours or so. Our last high has come up and this low has come down. So what we're going to look for is, do we have bullish divergence? This is going to mean a little bit more than on the 5-minute. 5-minute, bullish divergence all day is just not going to be really important to maybe the next 24 hours. Probably only important to the next hour to 2 hours-ish. RSI, let's see, CCC. So here is our low, and we see that low represented on RSI and on MACD. We see it in both cases, even Market Cipher. I don't typically use Market Cipher for that, but we see it on all three of these indicators here. And where was our last swing low? Market, RSI and MACD suggesting right here, September 3rd at 11 hours, 15 minutes. And now it's September 3rd at 18 hours, 45 minutes. And what do we see? On RSI and MACD, we see the same thing. And this is something good. This is positive. We see our lows in price have come up. And we see our lows on RSI have come down. Our lows on MACD have come down. That is hidden bullish divergence. Hidden. That's a good sign, especially when you combine it with money flow rolling over. We still don't have a complete picture here, so hold your horses for a second. Soon it will be clear. Soon it will be clear. We don't have that divergence. Oh, yes, we do. We even have it on the 30. We even have it on the 30. RSI at the moment, not really building confidence for me. We do have a lower low on our RSI with a higher low in price. But I need to see this turn back up. This is getting very close to a double bottom or retesting that 54 that it just put in. And that isn't necessarily bad in of itself. That could lead to a bullish divergence. However, double bottom, double top RSI patterns, when it comes to divergence, are typically weak. They don't typically have the strength that we see with the other types of divergence. So that would not be ideal. We could see RSI get pulled down lower, and as long as price doesn't move below 49,284, we're good. In fact, that would actually make this divergence stronger. So this might suggest on the 30 that we could have a little bit more selling, could see a little more downside, dragging that RSI down, increasing or intensifying that divergence, but that's just speculating. 30-minute also, same as the 15. We see momentum is relaxing, but this just started. We only have one candle closed with waning momentum. The one that's open is only halfway through, so we can't count this yet. At 15 minutes, this really could go either way. It could sell off more, as RSI could suggest if we're looking for a stronger divergence, or it could move up and continue that waning momentum. So this picture is getting clearer, but is not totally there yet. 30 minutes, screw you. Gonna make this complicated. This is just at a pivot point. Just at a pivot. We're not gonna get a signal here. We have our momentum returning to zero, to the equilibrium. We have VWAP faking out a rolling over, moving right back down. And money flow is not really doing anything. It's moved down. This is a small move, but now it's almost trading sideways. It's not really suggesting one way or the other. I think that money flow is going to be siding with with the downside here in the 30 minutes, as this is at least a lower low here. 45-minute, crossing my fingers that this is going to clarify this picture for us. And honestly, even just on the candles here, it is. That's wild. Our indicators, our oscillators, being a little indecisive, maybe leaning a little bearish, but indecisive. And this is why it's so important for traders to have a diverse tool belt. There is no single answer for trading what is best. You need to have a large tool belt. So here we are, candlestick patterns here. To me, this is screaming a descending channel, screaming. You couldn't really see this on the other times. 45-minute looking very different from everything else. Look at all these wicks. But these candle bodies making a clear pattern. And that pattern is lower lows, higher highs, or lower highs, lower lows. And what we would expect from that is, well, we're retracing, we're looking for support, and then we're going to look for a breakup.
Do you think BCH will hit the $1,600 range again like it did back in May? It's crazy because its all-time high was around 4K back in 2017.
What's up, Dennis, man? Thanks for the 5, bro. Do I think BCH will hit 1600 range? It's totally possible. It's totally possible. Most coin. I mean, I would be hard pressed to say no to that question to any coin. Will it reach its previous all-time high from 4 years ago? The answer is, I think, pretty dependably, pretty reliably, yes, but we don't know when. We don't know how long that is. I think it is probable that it happens in this cycle. BCH has been very low, and I did get a BCH alert, so thank you for saying this, because that reminded me I need to take a look at it. Fun fact, it was at 4K in 2017. That actually didn't really happen. It's a fun story. That's like crypto history. It didn't really happen. It did literally happen, but it didn't really happen. So what happened is BCH finally, after being out, was distributed on Coinbase, and before it started trading, they allowed order books to set up. And what happened is, in like the first 5 seconds of trading, it just exploded. Like, there might have been no liquidity. You know, I don't know the exact. I don't really remember. I think the exchange went down, and so we had some kind of chain event of orders closing and opening. But what ended up happening is, I think it actually traded higher than 4K. Coinbase literally went back and undid those transactions. I know this because I know someone in real life who ended up buying it at a crazy, crazy price, and Coinbase undid the transactions. So did it trade at those prices? Yes and no. Will it retest its previous all-time high in dollars? I think that's probable. I just can't give you a time frame. I think I got a positive alert on it today, so we'll take a peek then later. Maybe sooner rather than later, who knows? Everything's moving now. Things are getting spicy. Retesting a previous all-time high is really not that impressive for a crypto. And this isn't anything to do with BCH. My baby Litecoin, you know, all it did was retest its all-time high in this cycle so far. We're looking for higher highs. We're looking for higher highs. All right. Yeah, 45 minutes. Where was I? Really, it's interesting, and this is just showcasing the trader's tool belt here. You gotta have a diverse set of tools. You can't just look for one thing. You can't just look, you know, as you're starting out, you should actually just look for one thing. And then once you master that one thing, move on to another thing. Now you have 2 things. And you want to keep doing that until you just have this very rich basket of things to look for. Our indicators were giving us 30 minutes was a little undecided. Smaller time frames looked a little bearish, but 45 minutes on the candles here, man, undeniable. We see some kind of falling pattern, some kind of wedge. We can call it a wedge, we can call it a channel, we can call it whatever we want. Doesn't really matter. We're seeing price squeezed and pulled down. That is a great signal. That the probability of this pattern resolving with a move to the upside is increased. Absolutely. There's examples recently even. Right here. Same thing. Resolves to the upside more than it resolves to the downside. More than it resolves to the downside. That's how we trade. It's not about things have to happen. There's no such thing as a candle pattern or indicator signal. That means something has to happen. The best they can do is nudge the probability. Going from a coin flip, the 50-50, nudging it to 51-49. That's where profit's made on that 1%. We'll get into that another day. 45. Let's see if the indicators agree. Bearish divergence on our highs on the 45. Ugly. No real. We have a little bullish divergence here, but that likely had already played out between these lows. That likely has already played out here. Actually, that's pretty good because that's setting it up for something interesting. Momentum is still selling, still favoring selling here. We haven't seen that slow down. Ooh, and money flow actually is not very good. 45 siding with probably the lower time frames here. Interesting. I think that is an argument for something like this. As we zoom out, we'll start looking for targets. I don't think we're going to find them quite yet. Yeah, we're not going to find them quite yet, but we're getting there. Hourly. Hourly, here we go. Finally, the hourly is in good condition. Finally. We see a impulse, a flow of money into the market that's pushing price up. There are buyers. People are taking orders. We see a flow. That flow pulled back and got a little sketchy. Looks like at the close. Got a little sketchy because we saw a lower low. Typically, this lets us favor a rollover or favor downside price action. But in response, so a new day started right here. And you can see right there on the new day. Where did you go? Right there on the new day. This is why we look at VWAP so much. On that new day, VWAP, that's exactly when it stopped trending down. It was very, very much trending down. New day started, boom, moved to positive, and then we see money flow respond to that. So the reason this isn't as bearish as it could be is in that response, it broke its previous high from yesterday. It moved to a higher high. That's what we want to see. Now we want to not see that low broken again. That would be a pretty savage fake out to see something like that. But we want to see a nice move to the downside. The hourly isn't showing us reversal yet. We want to see it trend down and hold that low to scoop back up. That is a healthy climb. That's what we want to see. We don't have it yet. VWAP looks like crap. Our momentum hasn't budged. But we're not done with the TA yet. We're not done. Hourly momentum just flipped over to selling. Yep. That would make sense. No high in RSI. So the hourly, the only saving grace here is this money flow. But it's not suggesting reversal yet. What might be interesting is now we go back to the smaller time frames after looking up into the hour. And we might look for those reversal signs there. There we go. The short-term ugliness is playing out right in front of our eyes. Ooh, didn't get any better on the 5-minute. We did have that low. Man, that's the opposite of what just happened on the hourly. We did have that slightly higher low. But becomes invalidated with our lower low that we just saw right now in this 5-minute. So it had a little bit of potential. This candle's still open. Doesn't look like it's going to come down to it opening, though. Or where it closes, though. Unless that closes like green in the next 35 seconds. That's probably locked in, not looking great. And, man, but if it did close green, it would get real bullish. We have that set up here for bullish divergence, provided RSI doesn't go much lower in the next 30 seconds. 15. Man, where's any reversal signs? Up, there it is. We don't have one. So this has changed, actually, since we started talking. 15-minute was looking to roll over. We got a nice, well, not a nice, we got a mean fake out right here. Money flow is trending back to positive, flipping, and bam, fake out. We have a lower low. 15-minute now is favoring that bleed. There it is. These are our fake out candles. When you see many candles waning or gaining, and then for one candle, all of a sudden out of nowhere, pop, trend gains energy. So this 15-minute looking pretty savage, actually. This is spicy. This is spicy. down here. Above 49.5, I think we were saying that earlier. Above 49.5, it's not really in danger. We're just exaggerating out that divergence. That could be a good thing. Could be a good thing. Time will tell. This is the price for the 15-minute, 49.527. As long as it doesn't break there, we don't have a lower low in price. We already have lower low in RSI, so we have bullish divergence here with the caveat of 49.5 not breaking. I think that makes sense with what we're seeing. I think the next step, before we even go into longer time frames, because this is moving fast, is to use our Fibonacci retracement tool. Take a peek at our retracement targets. So what do we got? As always, the Fibonacci tool just is scarily pointing out levels that we already have. Wow, that's pretty wild. The 0.5, this is something we were looking at yesterday. We're talking about a potential inverse head and shoulders setup here, but we lost it. We lost it, right? That neckline still in play despite going lower. That neckline was still in play and actually did play out as an inverse head and shoulders. How wild is that? Look at that. That's wild. Faked us out, went lower, used the same neckline, rejected, painted what then became the right shoulder. This is the left shoulder. This is the head. Broke it, back tested it just like we were looking for back here. So this is almost a fractal. We saw a small time frame paint something. We saw it, we identified it, but we weren't patient enough. It was coming later, little did we know. That's pretty wild. That is a very strong setup. So I'd rather see 49.7 hold. To be honest, 49.7 would really be nice. The retracement, that's what we were looking at. So our retracement, the reason I started ranting about that was our 0.5. This is where we're always looking in any move, whenever we have any kind of reversal in price action. Your Fibonacci tool is the first go-to. The 0.5 to the golden pocket, the 618, we almost always expect price to move towards it. Almost always. And we did pivot here off that inverse head and shoulders pattern. So I don't want this one to go down this far. Like we were talking about earlier, if we lose those levels, if we lose this level, we lose our bullish divergence. But I don't want to see it go down to this level because we already back tested that. That would be backtracking a little bit. However, ooh, look at this. Man, dude, this chart today. Are you guys feeling the energy? I'm feeling the energy today. There's something going on. Look at this. This looks exactly like what we're doing right now. Exactly. That's cool. So our 0.5 though is that neckline. It is literally the exact same value. That's spooky. It's just spooky. What makes it even spookier is our golden pocket. Look at where our golden pocket is. We barely have any horizontals on this chart, and our Fibonacci retracement tool pointing at both of them. Pretty freaking wild. That golden pocket looks like 49.284 is exactly at the limit. So trading down to there while we would lose that bullish divergence on the shorter time frames is still fine. It's still bullish. It's just telling us we're not being patient enough, maybe just like back here did. This will make it for a longer move, likely setting up a higher time frame divergence. That would be my best guess if we do even trade down to there. But those two being spot on is wild. Like they're to the number on. Not close, not margin of error, like exactly. The only point maybe in between that we would look for, we could say 50,000. There's a psychological level. That's our 382. A shallower retracement. That's not showing us anything. A shallower retracement, maybe a little more bullish. Nope, these don't look right. But it's psychological level as well. Would like to see 50 hold. Let's put it that way. I'd like to just see 50 hold. It would just be cleaner. It'd just be clean. I like that. Let's go to the 4. Let's go to the 4. Ah, man. I don't have too much here. You know what? We'll do this. Copy, 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 copy. This is why I can never find charts, boys and girls. Don't do this. Have better chart management than me. Premium trading view has spoiled me. Yeah, a little green. Maybe we are seeing something. Let's take a look at that 4. So you guys remember yesterday? Remember yesterday? So long ago. Well, I was talking about that 6-second trip to a red weekly candle, and that it was very visible on the 4-hour. Check that beast of a 4-hour candle out. This was so bearish looking. We had slowing momentum on selling. We had smaller candle closes, red, consecutively 3 in a row. And now we know that this closed green, but at one point, this was all the way down here. So at one point, it did not look pretty. It was all of a sudden we have more selling momentum. I can't make that look good. Can't make that. How did I make this look good? This candle was completely red all the way down to 48.3. And so what we saw is a slowdown of momentum, and then intra candle looked like a dump, like a savage dump. Before that 4-hour closed, bulls came in, defended at 49,284, this number we talked about a lot yesterday, and closed that 4-hour as a beautiful, just a pristine bullish hammer right there. That is wild. To me, that is undeniable. That 49,284 being defended. Not even just that, baiting shorts into it. Baiting shorts below it. You can see the next 2 4-hour candles after that. Briefly traded below, but closed above. Didn't really invalidate it at all. Now we have a higher high. This is looking great. So the 4-hour has an answer for us, possibly. Luckily, that's right where we were looking. 4-hour, the 4-hour had resistance at 50,100 yesterday. We can see that by these candle closes and price reversing. That's how we can identify this as resistance. Price moved up to 50,100 and then rejected. It pivoted. It changed directions. So it is going to create some kind of resistance there. We broke through that today, and now there we are, back testing it. 4-hour closing above 50,100 actually is going to be a pretty good sign. That's going to be a very solid back test of resistance as support, which in the bigger picture you can see is kind of what we've been doing. Sold off, back tested that neckline, broke higher, back tested resistance. This is a great way to climb. This is a healthy way to climb. It's going to come down to the next 3 hours and 26 minutes. Wow, we've seen a lot of price action already in this 4-hour then. Holding above. It might have what it takes. Our short time period's not really showing us that. But that's not what we're going to be interested here as we're zooming back out. Those shorter time frame signals are going to be less relevant. As predicted yesterday, this was in the live stream. We're looking for the 4-hour to roll over. Rolled over. Momentum up. We have a second higher wave of momentum, and our money flow is trending up. Not a huge fan here of the VWAP. VWAP back to 0. That can definitely go either way. Just sitting at 0, I would prefer to see that up higher, and I'd like to see it make another run to the upside. So that's not quite a locked in signal. Not yet. We're going to have to see something spicy. I think that means this 4-hour is going to have to see some juice before it closes. But as we predicted, the 4-hour rolled over from selling to buying, and boom, we got a rally. MACD is pretty ugly. So we're 30 minutes into this 4-hour candle. I just said, wow, we've seen a good amount of price action for being, I don't know, just a few minutes into a 4-hour candle. This is a little suspicious to me right here. So we see 2 periods, 2 candles in the last, so 8 hours previous, momentum began to build back up, and now we see it waning off again. All right, this is all like adding up all these pieces in my head. Now we see it waning off again. That is a lot to move in a 4-hour candle. If this 4-hour candle pulls anything similar to this one I just talked about yesterday, this will definitely change from waning to gaining momentum. You'll see that a lot. At the beginning of a candle open, you'll see something that goes against trend. And then by the time it closes, it's back to that same pattern. So my bet would be that this closes with gaining momentum, but gonna have to still look here. Gonna have to still peek at some stuff to make that call. So we do have bearish divergence on our highs for the 4. Does anybody remember me yesterday saying, oh, the 4 hour looks bullish? That makes me worried. Because I don't trust the 4 hour. It's funny because of that wick. I don't trust it. It dumped and then moved back up. It's just a weird time frame. I don't use it much in my own TA, to be totally honest. We do have bearish divergence on our highs from both RSI and MACD. I'm almost more comfortable with the 4 hour looking bearish, which is at the moment what it's showing us. 50,100. That's it. There's really nothing else to be had here. Let's look at that 12. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Look at that 12-hour close. Yesterday closed. Yesterday, right? No, that's all today, baby. That's all today. We talked about this 12-hour candle showing lots of bullish interest. Price being pushed up. A large-bodied candle. The stream, while we streamed, we had this red candle. And I said, actually, I view this as bullish because what we had is a large buying impulse and then a selling impulse that was weaker. Though it was ugly, it was weaker. It didn't manage to bearish engulf. It didn't pull price back to where it started. To me, that shows there was a little more buying than selling in the tug of war game here. And that 12-hour wick is beautiful. It's beautiful. The same concept as on the 4 is in this candle. At one point, it looked very ugly. Before that candle closed, buyers came in, closed it the way it should, the correct way. And here's the important part. So we had big candle, small candle, waning momentum. Then we had an engulfing candle after that. So we have a 3-candle setup here for a trade. I'm not a huge fan of the 3-candle setup, but it is a technical pattern. That bullish engulf is great. The only problem I have at all with the 12-hour is right here. Our previous trip to 50,500, we didn't close the 12 above it. I'd like to see that happen in this candle. There's still 3 hours left. This is a wild candle here. Wild candle. Setting a new high. Now it's like a spinning top, but there's plenty of time for this to change. Is this a level we have identified? Yes. Interesting that our 4-hour level, 50,001, is also our 12-hour support. So in theory, we could close this 12-hour anywhere above 50,100, and it's fine. If we close below 50,100, it gets a little uglier, a little more sketchy. We have a good amount of room there. Good amount of wiggle room. There it is. So let's aim for today to close above 50,400. We already have a higher high in price. Let's get a close. See what our indicators are saying. Not much. Really, this has been in the same trend. We talked about it yesterday. We could have seen, and we could be seeing. Actually, no, here we go. Is this how we looked at it? Like this? I think it was more like that. Something like that. I'll draw it like this because it just exaggerates the point better. Let's do it like that. All right. We were looking at this yesterday. We saw a flag. A flag. The bottom is pretty flat, which could be bearish, but the lows have come down enough on these lows for me that it looks more like a descending pattern than a flat bottomed pattern. We had some faking out on this flag, but yesterday we saw this happen, and we said this is very promising, but we're going to have to see something specific. That something specific was we wanted to see a breakout, move back to the top of the trend, and then this is the next part of it would be to set a higher high. So we have that back test, very clean. I kind of fit this trend though, so but we do have that back test. We are missing the last component. We broke out, back tested. Now we just need to break that high right here. That's it. Break that high, and this whole thing looks to resolve to the upside. Ooh, this whole pattern then looks to resolve to the upside. We have had fake outs here. So we said that yesterday as well. You can't freak out, can't get super excited yet because we need to see that back test and break. So at least our back test held. We don't have a higher high yet, but it's very, very close. This still could fall back into the wedge and can repeat the pattern. Probably would look something like this. But so far, leaning with the bulls. Just want to see that RSI high break. All these time frames are so sketchy, man. The 12-hour was looking to roll over. It looks like it did not. Looks like it got caught. Someone caught that and pushed money flow back up. We do have a higher high locally, but until it reaches up for the peak or crest on the 21st, still kind of looking to roll over. It's not impossible to see this happen, though. We've seen it before. Typically in market situations that are savagely faking out. And we still have this. Gosh. We looked at this yesterday, too, and we still have it. So what we saw yesterday was on the 12-hour MACD, we saw our bullish impulses, our buying impulses set lower highs consecutively. Luckily, the same thing was happening with our selling impulses, our bearish impulses. We were having higher lows. And what we were saying is this is really typical of markets when they're consolidating, when they're moving sideways, when they're trying to flush out leveraged positions before a big move. Usually these resolve in a big move. This doesn't favor either until one condition is met. Same condition we talked about yesterday. Until one condition is met. We haven't met that condition, but we are still moving in the direction of what we're hoping for. So we need to see a high break. If we don't see our histogram make a higher high here, that we are still trending up, we don't have any waning momentum. But if we don't see that, basically what we can expect is, well, probably the same thing. It's just going to get tighter and tighter. That's going to really just push price sideways, maybe with a slight angle to the upside, but no real progress is going to be made. Before we lose this buying momentum, if we can move higher and see this histogram move up, that could take 1, 2, maybe like 3 candles. So by the end of the weekend, that actually is pretty good timing. Of course, that could happen in 1 candle, but just by this trend, maybe 2, 3 mid-weekend or into Sunday, if we can trade higher, that momentum is there, and we break that high, man. This resolves up. We're looking for higher highs. We're looking. The first stop in my mind would be 45.5 or 54.5, and I think, as I've been saying for a long, probably all month now, 58.8. I would expect that to resolve up to about 58.8. We see a high broken here. If we see a low broken here, instead, if we get that coiling and it breaks to the downside, that's going to be the bearish scenario. That's where we're retesting 42.2. 42.2 doesn't hold. The just market looks ugly. It looks real ugly. Something tells me that's not going to happen. We'll see. We'll see. In the same condition. So we have our 4-hour close target and our 12-hour close target. They close at the same time, telling me this is an important level. Ooh, what you doing, bud? Nope. I'm going to put an alert here so I don't miss it. Yeah, that's not looking great. 5 minute, not looking great. Man, it's taking me a long time. Let's go to that daily. What's up, 400 watching? Welcome, fam. Welcome, welcome. We're still getting into the good stuff. We're not even like at the good stuff, so you're joining us at a good time. Let's make this dotted. Join us at a good time. We're just getting into the daily, into the meat and potatoes. Welcome. If you haven't smashed that like button, we only have 170 likes. We have 400 watching. I believe in you guys. You guys can do better than that. I believe in you. You're the best viewers on YouTube. You can do better than that. Love you. Daily continues to wane momentum. Closed momentum waning yesterday. That's what we were looking for. That's really all we wanted. Today, continuing that trend with 3 hours left. Looking pretty likely it's going to close that way. That, to me, MACD looking to roll over. That's a good sign. RSI, Ooh, looking better than on that 12-hour. Let's take it like this. Like that, maybe. How would you guys draw this? I'd probably draw it like this. Yeah. We'll do it this way. We are looking to test that high trend here on RSI on the daily. What happens there? Don't know. Could move back down to this wedge. Move back up. Just kind of showing you the patterns that can go on here. But what is nice is we have a higher high. We had a lower low. Now we have a higher high. We want to close that. That could set up the 12-hour for what we were speculating. Looking for the 12-hour to set a higher high in RSI. And on the daily, we're seeing RSI continuing to move to the upside. Money flow on the daily is actually beautiful now. We were looking at this yesterday. It wasn't so beautiful. We have exactly what we wanted. Now we just need a higher high. VWAP's flattened out a little bit, lost a little of its juice. Lost a little bit of its juice. You can see often before momentum kind of reverses, you can see that in all three of these. It's going almost straight up, and then it shelves off a little bit, flattens out, and then goes back down. That's what we saw here. That's what we saw here. That's what we saw here. So we want to see this break that. We don't want to see that happen again. Our momentum looks good. Our VWAP is at a higher high than the previous. So actually it looks pretty decent. The big sell for me is no lower low. Yes, higher high. This is trending up. This is trending up until proven otherwise. And that is great to see on the daily. Great to see on the daily. It wasn't true for a very long time. Now it's true. That's good. Let's take a look at our moving averages on the daily. Where are we at? Everybody was so concerned about the 20. Here we are, chilling. Chilling above it. Not testing it. Ideal to not move back below the 20, but the 200 hasn't been back tested. We haven't back tested. It's 46,000. Are you ready? What up, what up? Yep, smash the likes. Well, who's ready? Jupander1 is ready. Patrick McGinnis subscribed. Welcome, Mr. McGinnis. Clash with Rom, Filthy Legend, Mark Celer, Ron Kwang Hui, Chad Phillips, the man. Thanks for subscribing, guys. If you're out there and you haven't subscribed yet, smash those buttons. Enable notifications, hit the bell, you know. Great to have people joining our fam. So the 200 hasn't been tested yet. We dicked around with it here. We bounced basically from the 20, and we never came back to do a clean test of it. That's still in the picture. That's still even in the bullish picture. I'm not seeing that at the moment, but that can definitely happen, and nothing has changed. That 200 doesn't, by definition, have to be tested, but it absolutely can be, and it absolutely will have some level of support. Absolutely. 200, 50, 120, all trending up. Everything is moving up here on the daily time frame. With the exception of the 20 weekly, still waiting on that to start curling up. I don't think we've gotten it yet. No, we really haven't. This is the only kind of bearish moving average I'm feeling right now. Is the 20 weekly. It sucks because it's such an important one. Sucks it's such an important one. But it is comforting to see everything else kind of disagreeing with it. What might even happen? Might even get one of our favorite patterns here. 50 weekly trending up. The timing even looks right. So if Bitcoin does, even just consolidates here, even if it doesn't go higher, even just consolidates for weeks and weeks and weeks into November, what's going to happen with the 20 is it is going to start dragging back up simply because price is above it. We might get our favorite bullish pattern. Tom Crown Crypto original. Won't find it anywhere else. Trading signal, the bullish kissing. On the weekly, that could be amazing. Amazing. That's invalidated, trading below the 20 weekly. So below, guess where the 20 weekly is? All roads, man. All roads are pointing to 2 price points right now. All roads. Wait, I don't want that. All roads point to 2 prices. I'm telling you. Those 2 prices right here. 58. It's like 58.8. 42.2. That's it. If you only know 2 prices for Bitcoin right now, those are the 2. Those are the 2 you're looking for. Make one more copy. Got to make it obnoxious. There we go. All right. Boom. I want it to be... The monthly is at 58.8. That's why I want it to be 58.8. And it's just easy to remember. Remembering is half the battle. 58.8. And from the daily... There we go. 52 through 42. Man. The digits keep changing around so much. It's hard to keep track. If you only know 2 price points on Bitcoin, here's the 2 you should know. That's it. Boom. 58.8 above, 42.2 below. It's like 42.3. Close enough. That's it. If we break that 42.2, we're looking down. We're looking to the downside. Yeah, there's a bunch of areas that we could find support, sure. But our bullish trend, our unarguable bullish uptrend, is no longer unarguable. It becomes very arguable. The bear case springs back to life below 42.2. Above 42.2, you come to me and you tell me that we're not in an uptrend, you're smoking crack. I don't know. You're just wrong. But there's your invalidation point. That's what you do as a trader. You find invalidation points. You don't predict the future. You predict scenarios. You create invalidation or validation points, and that's how you make your trades. Nobody knows the future. 58.8 is our monthly resistance. It's really the only even weekly resistance that exists. We are far above our weekly resistance there at 49.1. Our golden pocket. So if we want to add a third level, this isn't going to be found on the candles, but our Fibonacci retracement looking at 54.5. There's a possibility of moving to that price, maybe going back to test some kind of higher low. That's about it. But if you break 58.8, continuation. Break 42.2, possibly continuation to the downside. And where's this bad boy? Let's say like right here. It's like 35. You break 35, you're probably looking for continuation to the downside. You could find support at the low, but honestly, in that case, you're probably going lower. There you go. This is all you need to know. You don't even have to know TA. When we're here, everything's okay. Man, my hair's wild today. It's wildin'. Whatever. I need a haircut. Everything is just A-okay in this range. We are in the uptrend here. Solid. That's all you need to know. You can go tell your friends you'd be master TAist. TAister. 58.8. Why would we look at 58.8? Well, it's the monthly resistance, quarterly resistance. Here is really why I'm looking at it. On top of everything else, this is what compels me. This is the quarterlies. Whoa. Whoa. Sorry about that, everybody. That's probably loud. Looking at the quarterlies, we had a green candle, a failed bearish engulf in the last quarter. We can see that price literally tested that yearly open. Buyers came in, rejected it. Now we have a green candle. I've said this since this quarter started. 58.8 would make total sense. It would look perfect. It would look perfect on this chart, even if we're not going higher, even if that's where it stops. 58.8 now. Fake out the same way we got faked out in the previous quarter. Fake out a bullish engulf, like it faked out a bearish engulf. Just calling its name. It looks right. The greatest part is we don't even really have to break it. In 27 days, if we just move up to 58.8 and chill, Q4 is going to look crazy. Q4 will look ridiculous. If we close at 58.8, Like right there, like maybe not even bullish engulfed, maybe just like equal, just same top. Q4 will get spicy real quick. Still have high hopes for Q4. Honestly, I still have high hopes for this month. We could easily trade above that. Not there yet, though. All right, I think that's almost like the entire chart rundown, right? I think it is. Real quick, we're going to look at these. I haven't seen any kind of reversal signals, and I want to see something actionable. It's not there in the 15, not there in the 5. 1 minute, maybe. 1 minute, maybe looking to roll over. That looks rolling over-ish. So let's go to the 2 hour. Oh, okay. This is confidence building. This is on the 2 hour now. Yesterday we looked at this and I called this like a Bart Simpson head or like a thorn, I don't know, like a bush, bramble bush. I don't know. Because we had no higher high and we had basically just like sideways trading with money flow, which is very unusual. It does not tend to do that. And I said, there's just really nothing to be gained, nothing to divine out of this. Today, we do have a little clarification on the 2 hour. We got a higher high. So this, to me, still trending up. Despite this pinch up here, that may unpinch. Maybe do something like that. 2 hour money flow still trending up. That's solid. 2 hour has been very reliable. Very reliable, I'd say, over the last 3-4 months. All right. Yep, that was it. Still don't have it. On the 15, we can say, hey, this is like a reversal pattern with this long body and then doji-ish thing, and now with a long body. But I don't think that's a good argument. I don't think that's good enough to go by. Maybe if in the next 2 minutes it breaks 50,200, which maybe it's doing right now as I talk about it. It's got to break through this. Maybe it gets a little more reversal looking. There it is, 50,200 right now, as I talked about it. It's gotta go higher than that, though. If it stops there, closes the 15, we don't really see that. Candle patterns in general, like 3 candle trade setups and things, not a fan. I point them out for educational purposes. I don't really follow them. But when it comes to channels, when it comes to different flag formations, those do. When it comes to inverse head and shoulders, there we go. Got a little pressure above 52. When it comes to those are very good. But when it comes to, like, I don't know, bullish engulf, bearish engulf, they're just not really reliable. They can be, but I don't think their probability is... I think their probability tips the scales enough for me to change any kind of thoughts I have based on them. All right, so I got through it. I got through what I wanted to get through. Now it's time to get through what you guys want to get through. 415 watching right on. Thank you guys for joining. It's great to have numbers. Great to have new eyes here. Seriously, welcome to the fam. We can take a look at whatever you guys want to look at. Really, I'm open. I'm open to it. How long have we been streaming? How long did that take me? Probably like an hour. Man, I can talk. 59 minutes, an hour on the dot. Perfect. So we got through what I want to go through. Let's look at this poll. 435 votes on our poll asking if you had sold over the last 3 months, let's say. Have you rebought? Have you rebought your position? No surprise and making me proud, fam. You guys make me proud every day. 46% of you saying you did not sell May and July. That's because you're crown watchers, man. Well, it's also because you're just smart people. We were never looking for lower on this channel. We were always looking for 48,000. So to not sell in that time period, bravo. Pat yourselves on the back, high five. The majority of you. It looks like 30% roughly sold and have already rebought. And 25%. So we have about 1/4 still waiting. Having sold, still waiting for low. That kind of, it could be broad though, because that could be they're looking for 42.2, which would be if it comes to be a great place to re-enter potentially. Or could just have some perma-bear, got some bears, which no judgments. Maybe looking for lower than 30K. I should have made that more specific, but made me proud, fam. Let's end that poll. Made me proud. Over half of you just unfazed. Diamond hands. That's right. All right. So if you guys have said anything to me during the stream and the live stream, I did not. I've not read it for a second, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start reading it. That's right. Right after I shout out Subhadep Dutta Shariash Guppy Kalowiski. I swear people make names just to have me read them that are hard to say. Orange Mund Jisman. Welcome, guys. Thanks for subscribing. Great to have you here. That's right. Jessica B. Diamond Hands. Jasper or Jazzer 99. You want to look at XRP? You know what? I didn't promise, but I said I probably would look at BCH earlier, so I'm gonna pull that up while we see what's going on. Oh yeah, BCH made some moves. Back above resistance, baby. All right. What? Bad Seth, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Money for the People wants to see XRP as well. Tony Lucifer said DGB. Bro, I need no encouragement to look at DGB. Zero. Pulled it up. Let me get rid of a bunch of these charts so I don't get confused like I did the other day. Okay. Good. That's not from here. It's not really from here either. And shorts and longs, don't need that either. All right, cool. Not going to have that confusion. Andy Nelson, what's up, man? C98 chart? Maybe. I feel like C98 hit our target, retraced to our target, and now is just like, or hit, then went to a higher high, and then just sold off to like $5 and is just chilling there. Just chilling. What's up, Digital Nation? How you doing, Mang? The Reckoning, my brother. MD Bacardi. Hold. Good advice. Jeffrey Doggett, how do I feel about investing in an asset that hasn't run yet? It depends on the asset. But in general, that's the play. I would be very weary with new projects doing that. I'd be very weary with microcaps doing that. But in general, that's the goal, guys. I know it sounds obvious, but it isn't. For some reason, this isn't how our brain works, even though we say the words. Buy low, sell high. So to invest in something that hasn't run yet typically is suggesting that it's low, right? That's the right mindset. What's up, 808 Hawk? How you doing, man? XLM? Yeah. Probably take a look at that. Crypto Billy A2Z. What's up, brah? SAS Crypto, you got to run. That's cool, man. Cali Crop Doc. What did someone say? What's up, C. Burr? Eric Maynard. I think it was... I saw something. Someone sent something nice. We get a lot of trolls and stuff, so it's always nice when people say something nice. Oh, it was Andy Nelson. Loving the channel. Been gripped since yesterday. Right on, bro. Right on. We're here all the time. All the time. Joey Jester. Ever heard of GGII? No. Josh Moreland. Do I own CNFTs or NFTs? Not really. The NFTs that I own, I do have like an OpenSeas account. I do have a Rarible account. They're both connected to the same wallet, so you can see. The only NFTs I own are TomCrown.crypto domain. And then some random thing I minted forever ago. Like when then Rarible started. I was like, I'll just make this. No one ever bought them. Actually, I got one bid, but that was when, and I guess still is, gas fees were so high that to accept the bid, I had to pay more than the bid was. And so I didn't accept it and it expired. So kind of the answer is no. But I will say, everybody out there, you guys know, if you watch regularly, NFTs, I know about them. I understand them from a literal sense, but I don't want to speak on them as an expert, right? I've been saying that for a bit. And for you guys, I found an expert. They're going to be on the channel. That's right. By the end of the month, I think we were talking about the 24th or maybe the 14th. I can't remember now. We're going to have somebody who knows what they're talking about. So, and they're a YouTuber. You guys will recognize them. So you will get the info. Crypto Billy looking for 42. That moon. All right. Ron Star. Love you too, brother. Epidemic. How you doing, brah? Axe Infinity TA? Maybe. Zem, Eth, Ncash. Sun W? I don't know what that is. That pie chart scared me. Just ignore the pie chart. It's gibberish. Junior, the investor, this channel, future 100K followers. I believe that. It's inevitable, just like Bitcoin. 10 out of 10 for pronunciation. I did my best, man. I always do. No name liked. Thank you, my friend. Jeffrey Dockett. Welcome, brah. Enjoy those emojis. You bought a house, needed a down payment. That's why you sold. Guys, never, like, if you have a goal, you're already ahead of so many people in investing. Just having a goal. To achieve that goal, and preferably it's something that of significance, like putting a down payment on a house, never feel bad. Never feel bad about that. You accomplish your goal. 99% of traders walk away with nothing, or walk away with way less than they started. You accomplished your goal. You set out to do it. You win. You're ahead of most people. So don't ever feel bad. Pat yourself on the back. Feel good about it. Matthew Trent, dude, where have you been, bro? I was just wondering. I was like, where the heck has Matt been? It's good to see you around. You put that bid in? Oh, you son of a bee. You made me smile. That's funny. Jeffrey, wasn't LTC one of the biggest winners today? Probably. Maybe it's time to update y'all on the butt trade. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh baby. Oh yeah. I didn't know it went higher. I didn't know it had gone higher. I saw it at 210, and I was like, cool, but I'm waiting for 227. $218. So I'm enjoying shouting everybody out though. I want to tell the butt trade story. Do you guys want to hear the butt trade story? This is going to be a video soon. I know a lot of you have heard it. I'm going to make this into a video because it's a good story. What's up, James H, Josh Moreland, Tommy Boy? Honestly, I don't really hold NFTs. I just don't. It's not that, I don't know. I don't see the value proposition, I guess, as an investor. And for me, it kind of comes down to, I have Ethereum, I have, ADA, I have these coins that the product, these NFT marketplaces are on. And if I buy an NFT with them, I'm making the bet that this NFT, this digital property that I'm purchasing, is going to appreciate more than the asset I'm buying it with. I don't know if that's a good bet. I think picking winners and losers in NFTs right now is going to be really difficult, and it's going to get a lot of people burned. So, I just haven't really gone NFT shopping. I'm very stingy with my cryptos. Spending my cryptos, I'm stingy. Andrew, what's up, bro? Welcome to Brohood. It's good to have you. But feel free, guys. I have, like I said, I have a Rarible account. I have an OpenSeas account. You can search me, just Tom Crown. You can send me NFTs. I mean, I'll hold them. I'm not going to sell them. That way you can say I own them, but I'm probably not going to buy them. But I will accept them. That's what I'm putting out there. Cool glasses. Thanks, man. The G-Knife, love the streams. You and CryptoFace. Fun fact, CryptoFace, I reached out to him earlier and today, and we were going to, he was going to come on the stream. And then at 3:30, he was like, yeah, man, I'm exhausted. I've been up all night trading, killing it. I was like, yeah, dude, just get some sleep. We'll do it later. So he'll be on the show again sometime soon. But it could have been today. It's funny you brought it up. Get a Space Buds, bruh. Maybe. Have a CoinGecko for... Yeah, dude, there's just so much to know. I feel the same way about altcoins. They were just easier to acquire. It's like, I can't learn about all these things. I can't invest that time. Can't invest that much time. Yeah, they're a little tulipy. I say this every stream now, it seems. Here's my stance on NFTs. You can ignore everything else I say. This is how I feel about them. NFTs are only going to be a larger part of the future. They're not going anywhere. They might be a fad hype right now, but that bubble isn't going to pop into nothing. I don't know what the value of your any given space monkey, kangaroo, rock, ninja, whatever wizard thing will be, but NFTs as a concept are not going anywhere. They're only going to get bigger in the world. There's so many potential uses for NFT. Each given digital picture, I don't know. But I just think right now picking winners and losers is going to be really difficult, and I'm not willing to I'm not willing to take that bet. Really, that's what it is. All right, let me look at ADA then, or ADA LTC. You got NFTs coming out your ASS. That's right. Who else is here? Thoughts on ADA? Hearing some ADAs. Long range crypto wants to look at Algo. Sure. Justin Vaughn, couldn't have put it better myself. There's just such a large group of people who stand to benefit from NFTs. Artists, musicians.
Can you take a look at ALGO USD? Looks primed. Would you wait for a retest of downward broken trend line at $1.15-ish? Thanks.
Thank you, brother, for the 5. Appreciate it. Yeah, we'll take a look at Algo. Let me finish with LTC. I opened it and was like, yay, and then didn't go anywhere. I didn't see if anybody wanted to hear about my butt trade. Heather, you were here when I first told you guys about the butt trade. That's funny. It's gonna be a good story. It's gonna make a great video either way. What's up, Ron Star? When robe? Boys and gals. The robe's coming, don't worry. It's coming out. It's not quite today. It's coming out. Alright. Let's do LTC, then we'll go to Algo. Butt trade. What's up, Kirtan? So I guess we can briefly do it. June. The time was June. It was June 6th. I looked at it today. Back here in June at $163. Let's make it the short story. I was cleaning my apartment and I got an email, a strange email that caught my eye from BlockFi. It said trade executed. Unknowingly, I had purchased $50,000 worth of Litecoin. It's a butt trade. It's like a butt dial. Just happened in my pocket. And so clearly I freaked out because, well, that was not money I had planned to invest. It was money I couldn't afford to lose. That was the biggest part of it. I couldn't afford to lose it. As someone who doesn't have a W-2, I have to pay like 1099 or whatever taxes. I don't know. I have to keep a bunch of my income in cash to pay taxes, right? And that was a bunch of that money. So I freaked out. And by the time I even saw the email, price had plummeted. Like, plummeted. I bought it like right before it was like within 15 minutes. It had dumped from like 163 to, I thought it was the 6th. I don't know if it was. No, because price didn't even go there in the 6th. It was like literally right here. Maybe it was the 7th. I don't know. It was like right here. By the time I looked at it, it was already trading down to like 154. I don't even remember. It was a huge loss for just looking at it. Not even knowing this happened. And so what I did is I was freaking out. I didn't know what to do. It was the first time I felt any emotion in trading in memory. I don't even remember the last time, but I felt it hard. Oh, I felt it so hard. I was like, there is a 0% chance I'm going to be able to sleep tonight. Like, with this much on the line, I can't risk this. This isn't a risk I wanted to take or I'm willing to take. And so I didn't know what to do, and basically asked myself, what would people come to me, especially the patrons, with situations like this, whether they're user error or FOMO, fear, whatever, however they got into the bad situation, and said, what would I tell them? And the answer to that was, there's only one thing wrong with your situation, and that is that you are uncomfortable. Your risk is too much. You've taken on too much risk. So you need to do whatever it is, and this is going to be different to everyone in every scenario. You need to do whatever it is that you can feel comfortable, right? Even if that means losing, because you're not going to win if you were in the mind state I was in that day. Like I might have never fallen asleep for like weeks or something with that much stress. What does it take to feel comfortable in this trade? For me, that was, all right, I'm just going to bite the bullet. I'm going to sell half of it. Just going to sell half of it. That I'm going to take it was like a $6,000 loss. I don't remember. It was way more than I wanted to, but I'd cut it in half. So instead of selling all of it, half, right? I had enough money to cover those things that I needed it for. And then I was able to treat it like every other trade. Yeah, I was starting from a disadvantaged position. In fact, Litecoin traded all the way down to $104 twice. I still had roughly half my bag. $104. So what did I do? Now that I had that half, I dug myself deeper. Now that I had that fiat, I could lower my entry cost. I sold for a little bit of a loss, so I had to only buy it if it was below, I think it was like 154. And so what I did is I put in 2 orders, one at 130, one at 110. They both filled. Both filled. I would have absolutely panic sold at $104. I'll just be honest. I would have absolutely panic sold at $104 had I not sold half immediately. Absolutely. And I would have eaten like 25,000, who knows, like a crazy, crazy loss, right? Rebought some at 130, rebought some at 110. Here we are. $211. That trade that I made accidentally, that I started by immediately selling for a loss, something I never do, is now up maybe 10 grand. That's the Buck Queen story. Video coming soon. It's going to be a good video. This story will be much more fleshed out. So let's look at Litecoin. After all that, I've had this chart up forever. Sorry, guys. I know I suck. Litecoin retook the 20 weekly. Looking great. Money flow looking superb. Actually, it's looking very superb. This is on the weekly. I think we've traded to a higher high. Not quite yet. We need to see a little more upside. I mean, I think the obvious here is going to be $227. It's monthly resistance. It was a huge player. We sourced that all the way back from the previous bull run, 2018. It's a significant value to Litecoin. And so that's obviously the next target. I don't see why Litecoin would stop before hitting that level. Mind you, that is not a huge percent change now. That's like 6%. Probably not worth running into, because you can easily then just come back to the 20 weekly, back test it, see what happens. But on the weekly so far, things are looking good. I think running to 227 is what we're looking for. It'll probably bring money flow up just enough. Just enough to get it really, really riled up. For those of you with a higher risk tolerance, this is where I may look. So I was debating, when am I going to close this butt trade? Before we had rallied, I was saying 227. That's where I'll close. I was not going to sell any of it till then. But now, man, here I go, changing my thoughts and probably getting myself screwed. I think if you have a higher risk tolerance, you can aim for that golden pocket. We're talking about short-term trades here. We're not talking about holdable positions, because I'm going to get out of this position at some point, but I'm not dumping my Litecoin bag. This is separate. I'm treating it separately. If you're in a position like me, I think 250 is probably a very strong range. It's right at our golden pocket retrace. I think that would make a lot of sense. If you're not risk tolerant, 227, that's where you're getting out. That's where you're getting out. Let's look at that monthly. I don't know how 272 got removed from this chart. I was looking for it. This is our monthly resistance, so that's kind of in between the 227, 250-ish. Really, that whole range is probably prime for profit taking. But that's not where I'm looking to empty my bags. Oh, my sight's set much higher. We'll see. Let's look at the daily. Not quite there yet, but we don't see any real issues. We don't see a lower low in money flow. We don't have a higher low yet. It just rolled over. It's going to need to put in more power. But we might have it, man. On the daily here, RSI we see moving to overbought. We see it return to that 50 mark and now returning to overbought. That's powerful setup. That's a very powerful setup. That is what is it? Momentum reversal swing? I forget. There's some name for it. Either way, that is a strong R setup, man. Things are looking good on Litecoin. Finally. Finally. No bearish divergence. The 4 hour is just beasting upwards. I mean, 227, that's where we're looking. Got a powerful moving average setup on the 4 hour below you. You can see that happened right as it consolidated, moved up. Litecoin moving up, man. Bitcoin's going to follow. Well, it's not really following. I don't feel like explaining it all right now. But the market, typically, everything's looking to go. Litecoin, an old player. Let's see. Algo. Sorry, man. That took me forever. I got distracted. We're taking a look here at Algorand. I'm going to have to go look at what your question was. It was, can I look at Algo? Looks primed. Would you wait for a retest of downward broken trend line at $1.15-ish? Thanks. Well, thank you, Long Range Crypto, again, my boy. My lad. Let's peek here. That's weird. No clean pattern, at least. But we can see where we are in the retracement. That's going to be first things first. Of course, as always, everything right now in the market, and this is what we were looking for on Bitcoin when we fell. Everything in the market at the golden pocket from its high to its low. Doesn't even matter if you take it from back here, which I probably wouldn't, but then you're just nudging it up. There you go. Would I wait for 115 is the question. Let's find out. $1.15. I see what you're saying right here. That would be the technical play. That would be the technical play. If the question is, should you enter it now versus $1.15? The answer is $1.15. That's my opinion. You got some kind of head and shoulders-y, inverse head and shoulders-y looking thing. Back tested that $1.16.1, $1.15. That's the technical play. That's the technical play. That's the smart trader play. Buying green candle, not the smart trader play. There might be. I doubt it, though. Here's what I don't want to see. And maybe I can even set up a trade. Maybe you set up a trade. This is what I don't want to see. If 115, 116 is tested, I don't want to see this lose $1.11. You might be able to wick underneath as long as you close above, but honestly, if I was just entering, that's how I would play it. I would likely, man, you can't even squeeze out a 3-to-1. Poop. So yeah, I'd probably do it this way. I'd probably look for 115.3. That is below support, so you're banking on some kind of wick. In the ideal scenario, you don't want to see that low broken. If you're a little more risk tolerant, you might look to stop it below the 200 daily. But if that was me, then I would just do this. I would just look to enter it at 111 instead. That's a 3-to-1 risk to reward, and all you're doing is trying to play it to $1.30. If you're looking for a spot position, in my opinion, if I was going to play this spot, I would definitely take that same entry. My stop could be a little bit more generous. But then you could look to play it all the way back up. To a new high. That's how I'd play it with spot. In fact, because we have such a high TP, we're going to make it an even more conservative stop. Or, yeah, whatever. I don't know if that's conservative or not. Putting below the 150 dailies, that looks like just a mean trade. Looks brutal. Trying to get... There we go. Yeah, that's definitely my answer. If the options are right now or $1.15, $1.16, $1.15, $1.16 is the answer. Honestly, if you really want to, this is how I personally would approach it. If I did really want to enter this, all right, I would split my entry into 3. And I would be doing this spot. I'd split it into 3 entries, 3 trades. I put one trade, the smallest trade, at $1.16. I would put the second trade at $1.11. That would be a larger trade than the first one. So these are getting bigger as we go down. And then my third entry, I would look for just $1. Just boom, $1. You're playing on that weird, crashy, wiki randomness thing that crypto loves to do. And so what you're doing is each order is getting bigger. If only the first one fills, that sucks. But you now have one position that is in... You now have one long that is in good position. That is better than any amount of longs not in good position, right? If 2 of them fill, now you have 2 longs in good position. If only 2 of them fill, that means it didn't go lower. If you get 3, now you've probably sniped the bottom of this barrel. If it goes lower, you've kind of lost the trade, but it's spot. I doubt that this is going to do something like that. I doubt it's going to see lower than 75 cents if it moves down here at all. That's how I would play it. Layering orders is how I do everything. I do mostly spot. Far and few between do I use leverage. Like 99% of my trades are spot. Don't need it. What's up, Andy Ba? Thanks for subscribing, bro. Good to have you here. Heechum BD, you as well. Someone said DGB earlier, and I've just been in the zone. Forgot. Now I'm back. All right, DGB, one of my favorite coins. It's one of my favorite coins. Let's see how you're doing, bud. I haven't looked at it in a while. I'm really just waiting for some kind of alert to go off on it. Below the 20 and below the 200? Yeeks. Yeesh. That's not great. That's not what I wanted to see, DGB. It's okay. I have all the patience in the world for this coin. Money flow looks ugly too. Crap. That's not ideal. You've reached the 0.5 retrace. Everything else is hitting the golden pocket. Why are you doing this to me, DGB? Golden pocket's right under 10 cents. I'm not seeing it on the daily here. Not seeing it on the daily, unfortunately. Which is odd. It actually looks more bearish than the rest of the market. I haven't lost hope. There may be an entry at 5 cents, though. You may get lower prices. 4.5 to 5 cents. Might be able to enter. Or maybe it's just going to pull a sneaky dunk on all of us. Not even just out of nowhere pump. That does happen. Rest of the market moves, all of a sudden everything looks good, right? Under the 20 weekly too. This just cannot catch a break. Cannot catch a break. Money flow is not as, it's not even as nice looking as Bitcoin's. Ugh, Bitcoin's is like just looking good. I wish I had better things to say about DGB right now, because I really do. I'm a big fan of this coin. But I just can't really find anything to say. It's like everything points to 5 cents or 4.5 cents. That's probably, if it comes, is going to be a great range to look to take a position if you want one. But I can't justify taking a position now. Just can't do it. There's nothing good looking on this right now. It's surprising, because almost everything looks the same. Almost everything's over its 20 weekly. I mean, the monthly could be okay. Man. DGB, you're breaking my heart, bro. It's okay. I'm going to love you anyway. I'm not gonna abandon you. You'll just sit in my wallet until you're worth more. The thing that I can say about DGB is, well, the chart doesn't look great right now, right? Daily, weekly. I like to be optimistic. I don't really see much optimism there yet. Sometimes that does come out of nowhere. So that's a possibility, but it's not a possibility worth trading on. No, right? Not at all. But what I can say is, here it is in Bitcoin value. Wow, my hair is everywhere, dude. Holy crap, I just saw myself on camera. Quick freshen up break. There we go. All right. What I can say is this is its weekly history. Weekly history. The lowest this ever traded at was 18 sats, but that was a wick. I wouldn't really count that wick, to be honest. I wouldn't really count it. I'll put it on this chart, but I'm not going to count it. I can't. No. There's too much on here. There we go. All right.
Hey man,
Hey,
great
man.
to always watch you. Could you check out CKB and CELR? Been a while, still holding strong. Could you also check out 3-month prediction?
What's up, Cal J? Been a bit. Yeah, dude. Welcome back. Yeah, we'll peek at them. You can also check out 3-month prediction. You mean 3-month prediction on them? Can do that. Let me finish up here at DGB, because USD chart looks like crap. Can't debate that. But here is some value, and this is important to understanding the space. So lowest this ever traded, I'm just going to say it's 55. We had this wick. I don't really count kind of outlier wicks like that. If you look to the bottom there, there's no volume. So this did technically happen, but it's just something you got to learn is when to invalidate data. You don't do it in a biased manner. You try to do it. Oh, wait, no, never mind. I'm full crap. I do count it, because it did trade there. It even traded lower. Trade down to 6. But I'll say, yeah, we'll use that wick then. That wick touched the 17. There's value here, though we don't see it on the USD chart. It is 600% off of its lowest point, which is hard to believe, right? In BTC valuation. But if we look at this chart, and in that same sense, I might not count the top of this wick, but I'm just trying to make a point. It may be up 600% from its low, but it's down 95% from its high. 95% from its high. To me, in the Tom Crown Trading Crypto book, that says this is undervalued. I'm not saying it will go back to the all-time high. It may never. That's 2,000% upside. Back to the all-time high. It may never. But this is how I determine, this is how I judge. Is something overvalued or undervalued? And the only thing that matters to me in that sense is its pairing or its valuation against Bitcoin, DGB BTC. That's low. That's why I'm a fan right now of Litecoin. Against Bitcoin, it's at very historic lows. It's definitely seen some upside today. It's true of BCH. It's true of many coins. This is where you find the cheap coins. You're not going to find it by the dollar value. You're going to find it by where is it against Bitcoin. And for DGB, it's a great example. It's very, very low. Keep an eye out for these. This is what you want. Low BTC pair. If this was paired with a bullish USD, then that'd be even better, but it's not. So may have to just wait on that one. So let's see. You want to see CKB. Kick shit coins. Oh. Who is here for this? We haven't looked at CKB in quite some time. But it looks like our trade slapped. Trade slapping. We were looking for a long at 1 cent. We were looking to stop at 0076, which is just fractions of a penny lower than where it traded to. Now trading at 1.58 cents. Sweet. Unfortunately, this looks a lot like DGB's chart. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I don't want to crap on something that hard. I can do it because I love DGB. Yeah, it does. Look, this is one of the few. So the majority of the space right now is hanging out, price-wise, at about the golden pocket. About the golden pocket. So for this, for CKB, that would be up here near this 2.3 cent resistance. That would be up here. But CKB, I'm having a hard time saying that. CKB, only at the 0.25. That's what we saw in DGB. So I have a feeling that when I look at this chart, and clearly I have not in weeks, maybe longer, we're going to see similar, not so great things. Let's check it out. A little bit of bullish divergence on your lows, a little bit of bearish divergence on your highs on the RSI. Daily MACD looking to roll over. That's positive. Money flow on the daily. All right, maybe I stand corrected. Money flow on the daily looking very strong. Looking very strong. That's surprising. But it was, I think, the longer time frames that we had the most issue with. Yep, this single momentum positive buying candle is always very threatening to me. You have, like, it means you have to keep moving up or you get very, very crappy results. Very crappy results. No bullish divergence off your low, and that's what it is. Weekly money flow is actually a little bit better than DGB. It's a little bit better. So this is in a little bit better condition, surprisingly. I kind of thought they would be similar because they're at the same point of retracement. Your weekly close target here, 1.575 cents. Bullish engulf it. Bullish engulf it. If you grab that bullish engulf, then that 2 cents becomes a lot more in the realm. Oh, it did last week, trade to there. Gets a lot closer, just put it that way. That'd be where you would be looking. Absolutely. It's going to come down to that close this week. You're above your 20, so yeah, this is slightly in better condition. But you're below the 200, and you saw a pretty savage rejection from the 200. What that does suggest to me is you're probably going to come test that 200 again. It's at 1.739 cents right now. Probably going to test that again. If you reject from there, it gets really hard to stay bullish. It gets really hard to stay bullish. If you lose 1.5 cents, then it gets very ugly. Extremely ugly. Don't want to lose that 20. If we're looking at it the same way we look at Bitcoin, though we don't see the same things as Bitcoin, so it might not make sense. We would say, well, to return to its quarterly resistance, that's at 4 cents. That's at 4. That's going to be the target eventually. If this carries with the rest of the market and the rest of the market makes a close that we're looking for on the quarterly, that would be the big resistance, 4 cents. You do get really big targets to the upside if you can break 4 cents, though. That's the silver lining. We're going to do it this way. The lows have changed since these were placed. If you can break 4 cents, you're looking at 12, maybe 25 cents measured move targets to the upside. You're just so far away from there, I don't think it's worth looking for yet. You're going to want to see how it reacts to that 200 daily. You have 2-cent resistance, and I believe if you can break that 2-cent resistance, you're looking to retest forward. We're just not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. But great. Thank you for having me look at that. There's just another in-stream. This was a streamed live stream trade. Set up, entered, didn't get stopped out. Hasn't quite hit the take profit target yet. But currently sitting at 58% profit. We were looking for 104% on this trade. I don't even remember when we did this, but bravo to everybody who took it. I'm sure there's more than one out there that did. All right. So CLR, this is what we were looking for. We never got it. Never got it. We need to adjust. I feel like we were looking at this probably around the last time we were looking at CLR because the retracement is off. There we go. Let's start from the 3-month on this one. There we are. We're still going strong. I mean, had some viewers trend off. Yeah, we've been doing charts for a while. Viewership always trends off when we do charts forever. It's all good. Thanks for being here, guys. That quarterly resistance for CLR, the 4 cents that it was on CKB, 8.3 cents here. Not a bad target. This is looking much more along the lines of what we're looking for in Bitcoin to retest that quarterly high. I think CLR has a better chance of it than CKB. I can say that pretty confidently. In this quarter, which means in 27 days. And you don't have anything on the monthly. Not enough history. Weekly close target. 5.1.
Network is completing the bridge for ADA. They're crucial for the bridge. Please Google the importance of CKB and the bridge.
Well, I welcome everybody to check out the importance of the bridge. I don't know anything about it. I don't have any doubts that that is it. I've never looked into it. Here's some goodness on CLR. CELR. You have a pretty significant weekly level that's held and is painting a pretty picture. You definitely want this weekly close. If you get that weekly close, you have a beautiful pattern. You have support that was broken, tested as resistance. The resistance held. It was pushed back down to new support where it held at 2.5-ish cents. Then broke up, was able to push through that weekly resistance. Profit taking happened. Tested that resistance as support. So it was support, resistance, now support. You get a bullish engulfing candle. That's what you want to see. Closes above 5.1. I mean, you're looking for 7 cents pretty visibly here. You're looking for 7 cents if you get that close. Momentum, this is in a lot better condition. This is our third potential increasing momentum candle. It's not in that danger of having that single fake out, which is very savage for coins. Money flow is not where I'd like it to be, but the most important thing for me here is going to be that weekly close. You're above the 20. This looks a lot more in line with Bitcoin and the rest of the market. You see the 50s down here at 2.8 cents. I don't think that this is coming. I don't believe the probability is with that coming, but if it does, that could be a once in a lifetime entry. It's possible. Very possible. Don't really want to see 4.3 tested again, but if you're not in this and looking for a position, that might be where you look. And if you're looking for a scalp, weekly right there, 5.1. Ease peas. Daily money flow though is beautiful, and so is this pattern. This pattern is gorgeous. This is a pretty spicy chart. The daily candles here, I think, suggest that there is a scalp play. I'm not really sure where you would look to stop it, though. Maybe you just do it like this. Back to the daily. Yeah. Are you ready? That's probably how I'd play that as a scalp. But you guys know I don't like scalping. I don't think it's the most profitable way to trade. All right, cool. I got through those. Ew. Let's check back in on Bitcoin. Bitcoin has not moved as is usual. As usual. What's up, Hendrix? Going to bed. Thanks for joining us, brother. Feel free to keep a tab open. Mute it. Helps the stream out, but no matter. The one and only Satoshi Nakamoto is here. Are you ready to unveil who you are, my friend? Are you ready? In this live stream. That'd be crazy. So, though we haven't really gotten any price action, what we do see here is a little momentum slowing down. So you may be looking at a local bottom. Maybe. Right above 50,000. That wouldn't be that hard to believe, actually. Wouldn't be hard to believe at all. It does look a lot like right here, so I'm not sold. Maybe our indicators are going to have something for us. A little bullish divergence on the 5. Really slow rolling over on the 5 for money flow. MACD just looks gibberish. 15-minute money flow rolling over. That's good. That's the first step here. Ooh, the 30-minute that was so in question. This was the big question mark here for the short term when we started. Finally showing signs of weakness. That's good. This is going to be potentially the first candle closes in the string of the last few of waning momentum. Do we have a reversal? I'm not convinced yet. I'm not convinced yet. That's right, Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yeah. I'm doubting you. Prove me wrong. Do it. Do it. There we go. It just needed a little convincing. Neil Weston. Really, to get into coins, you should wait for highs and short it? I mean, everyone trades differently, brother. I think that's maybe the worst advice. I think that's maybe the worst advice. To be honest. What you're saying is, when a coin is trading at a new level of high, at an all-time high, to short it is how you make money? I think that is the highest risk. There's like infinite potential for loss there. And you have nothing to go by as to where to short it. That's my opinion. Like, you have no chart history, you have no resistance, you have nothing. You're just like guessing, like, yeah, now's good. Like just randomly picking out a time. You didn't look at Solana. $145, we were calling for 150 yesterday. Will you make it? Probably. If you used a fib, like a fib extension, got a value, then you have something to work with. Maybe opening a short there is good, but where do you stop it? I think it's just too high risk. I think that's the opposite way of trading. Successful trading. But that's my opinion. There's many ways to trade. And I'm not going to say that one is superior. Oh, that's pretty. Do you guys see this? Do you see this fractal? Like, I can't not see it. Let's actually do it this way. I can't see anything else. Check this out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wow. You are being such a butt. Come on, come on. Just a little bit, Close. Close. I really want this. I really want to do this. So I'm going to Wow. I don't think I can. No, there it was. There we go. Very close. Do you see that? I can't actually manipulate this to make it. There we go, maybe. Do you guys see that? You see that fractally? This thing's moving to 150. Easy. Easy peasy. Look at this. It's just a perfect fit. It's a perfect fit. Moved right to the 1618, so maybe we'll see. Where does that lead us? Where's the 1618 of this move? Where does that go? $152. Yeah, that's not so impressive. It's not that big. Yeah, but maybe it makes our target 152 instead of 150. That's moving to 150. I just can't see that not hitting 150. Probably today. Trading at 147. That's not a huge statement. It was a bigger statement back here when we were saying 150. This thing's just beasting. It gives no Fs. This like, this is what gets me excited. Look at this shit on the daily. Whoo, it's giving me shivers. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that momentum. Just higher highs over and over. You're just out in price discovery. There's nothing above you. There's just profit taking. Your money flow. This is the sexiest money flow in all of crypto right now. On the daily. Easy. It just doesn't even have lows. It's just like highs and kind of like chills and highs. VWAP is up again. Faked us out. That was the opposite of, I forget what time frame it was earlier. We saw in Bitcoin. VWAP came down, looked like it was going to flip. Nope. Instead, it made a second run. This coin right here. This coin's right here. Dude, that pattern, it's just too good. It's not even fair, it's too good. No. It's very, very, very difficult to manipulate. Because the start and end points I stupidly took from like very similar values. Come on. It's so perfect. I liked it better where it was. I don't even have anything to say about it. We'll see what happens at 150. 150 psychological level. Wouldn't be surprised if we see profit taking and simply just the chart chilling out for a bit. But when you're in price discovery to the upside in crypto, TA, there is no TA. There's no orders above you. The only orders above you are people who are taking profit, like, and are setting random numbers that they're deciding based on maybe like, I don't know, some number they have in their head. There's no real resistance. I still think this thing is moving to 177. I think by the end of this bull run, we could see, and this could be, who knows how far away. This is not something you bet on by buying today. I think we could see this move to $500. That would likely be if we get there, a blow off top. I think 350 is a lot more reasonable, a lot more probable. I don't think it will go like this though, guys. I think we're going to see a deep retracement. You guys see that I've been eyeing up that $78 level. I think that would be prime for entry. Maybe 100 psychological. It's not even a real support. It's not going to go straight up to 500. It's going to pull back. Wait for it to pull back. Even if you end up buying higher than I don't know, you see it now or something. At least you're seeing it move backwards instead of buying up at the top of a green candle. Like right now, you'd be buying at the all-time high. That's just stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not financial advice. That's just life advice. BCH moving as well. BCH and LTC today. The OG coins is The OG coins be moving. Although, BCH isn't an OG coin. I don't know why I said that. Wow. Talking about coins being at different retracement levels, this is funny. I thought most of them, because most of them we've looked at are at their 618s, up here at their golden pockets. BCH barely at its 382, so this is like even more under, I guess, than like DGB. Next target for me on BCH, $776. It's right near your 0.5. You're looking to close today above your daily oh, this isn't daily. This is daily. You're looking to close today's candle above 703. If you get 703, that's a no-brainer. No-brainer. You have the 200 below you at the start of today's daily candle. That's where you're gonna be that's where you're gonna want to be watching. If you see a pullback that breaks, you're gonna be looking for that 700-ish. No, what is it? 660. 662. For the 200, you might get a nice little bouncy off that if you see a pullback. But you're above all your moving averages. Things look good. I don't like this coin. Just I like to be transparent. This isn't a coin I like, but what I like doesn't matter to what the market's doing. 20 weeklies right here. That's what it's going to be battling with. That looks like what it's bouncing from. Daily and weekly resistance at the same level. That's pretty spicy. This coin looks good. I'm not buying any, but it does look good. You can't deny it. Here we go, Bitcoin. A little movement. 350 watching. Now we're trending back up on views. I don't know what happened. We were at like 450. What? About an hour ago, that trended down all the way to 300. Now it's coming back up. Welcome back, guys. Whenever I do just chart after chart after chart, viewership always dwindles down. That's why sometimes I just call it for the day. I'm like, no more charts, please. What's up, Heather? How you doing, darling? There's all the spams. Epidemic. BCH, the godfather of the shit coins. Yeah, true. Tall blonde girl. Where have you been? Where have you been? We've missed you. It's been like weeks. Aircraftcustoms.com. Hey, good day, Mr. Crown. Do you have any ICO picks for under $1? Well, I do not invest in ICOs, period. What's up, Mad D? Yep. We looked at DGB, man. It's not looking so hot, unfortunately. BCH looking pretty good into this close here. I don't invest in ICOs. I don't believe others should invest in ICOs. I don't like coins that were ICO'd. Period. It's just centralized. I'm here for the decentralized. We're all here for different reasons. So my reasoning doesn't have to be your reasoning. But that's my stance on them. I've never invested in an ICO, never will. 2, you said under $1. The dollar cost of a coin, I'm going to just drill this in as a point, not directed towards you. Dollar cost of a coin, irrelevant. Irrelevant. Has no bearing on anything. The cost of a coin in a bubble is just a trick. It's just a trick. That's it. It has no relevance. If a coin is $1, and there's 10 trillion of them, that's $10 trillion market cap. If a coin is $1 and there's one of them, it's a $1 market cap. Market cap is what you're looking for when you ask that question. That's what your brain is thinking. Market cap. Yeah, there's my little rant. Cheeky little back test there. 50.2, possibly. Looking for that golden pocket. Let's go. 0.5. Golden pocket. What's up, Ashish Sony? A strategy saved yesterday from liquidation. You split your bags into 2 parts leverage.
Can you please look at HEX USDC on uniswap.hex.vision? Thanks.
No, unfortunately. Thank you for the 5, brother. We made a rule a long time ago, and I've enforced the rule. You know, I should make this rule so it's not targeted toward HEX. Anything I have to chart that's not on TradingView, $100 minimum. $100 minimum. I don't like to mess around with other sites while I'm live. Security reasons and all kinds of stuff. But I've, for as long as I can remember, have said $100 minimum on HEX, and it's been paid many times. And so it would not be fair to everyone else who's paid $100 for it to do it. I will just pull up this HEX chart that I have already done and see where it's at. 43 cents, same targets as we picked last time. Someone paid $100 to look at this last time. Same target. 1618, 33.1 cents. Our measured move, 43 cents. That's where I'm looking. I like that daily back test. Took resistance, back tested it as support, moving up. I have no idea if Solana was an ICO. Fun fact that lots of people aren't going to want to hear, Ethereum was an ICO. That's why it will never be closer to my heart than Litecoin. Ever. What's up, Sledge? Polly. Let's see. What's going on with Uniswap? No idea. Everyone's tuning in for Theta. Ooh, show us that Link Ethereum chart. No, I didn't get an alert on it, so that trade's still open. It hasn't moved. I was getting all excited. I thought maybe it had like rocketed. I should definitely put alerts. Our live streamed Link Ethereum pair trade filled, not stopped, still open. Daily still rolling over. Wish divergence on the daily just painting. I had such a good feeling about this trade. Still do. Still do, bud. Nothing's really happened though, unfortunately. I don't have much to TA on it. It's like nothing's happened yet. But I think it will. I think it will. Nope, yeah, exactly, Mad D. I feel you. DGB, that's what I said basically. Is like, well, yeah, like I wish I could say good things about this chart. Doesn't look good, but it doesn't bother me. I've seen it much lower. What's up, David Massino? Coinlist, I don't even know what that is. Buy computer coins. What is a computer coin? Kawaii potatoes. DGB fits what I like in coins. What I like in coins isn't really the typical of crypto. Does that mean you should buy it? Nah, it's up to you. I think everyone should go after what they're interested in. What they like. What they want. What they want out of the space, or they think the space is going. Invest in those things. Higher Life 78 makes difference with upside potential. How many X is possible due to diminished returns with a higher market cap? I don't know what specifically you're responding to. I'm guessing the market cap versus coin cost thing, and you're correct. The market cap is the important part. Hex hodl, those are just the rules, bro. I've been defending Hex. I haven't been crapping on Hex. But I don't know, just other people have done it. It just wouldn't be fair. Yeah, but I did it on TradingView. You did. I know. I appreciate it. There's been more. It hasn't just been you. Actually, multiple times. That's why I have like such a hard time. That's why I wouldn't go like back on it. Is multiple people have paid me to do that, and so if I changed it, those people are kind of getting boned. Fees are high on Uni right now. I bet fees are high on Ethereum. Yeah, a little bumpity bumpity. Man, they have been up. Yeah, that's why. There's your answer. This is why Uniswap. This is why everything on Ethereum. Gas price has moved up. Looks like it's moved down today. It's down a little bit. There you go. That is always the answer. It's never unique to anything else, really. Dude, Regan, that's going to be such a fire trade setup. It's going to be such a fire trade setup. Be weary of anything that was ICO'd. If it was ICO'd, guys, and it wasn't registered with the SEC could determine that it is a security very easily. Very, very easily. That's essentially what the definition is. This is basically the definition of a security when it applies to crypto is, was it ICO'd? Rake Addicts, yo man, loving the streams, huge fan. Best TA on YouTube, no doubt. You're a smart fellow. Smart feller. I agree with you, but I'm biased. Manual, why is HEX not listed anywhere? That's a good question. It's a question everyone should ask themselves. Everyone should ask themselves that question. That invests in HEX. The engineer. Hi, man. First time here. What's up, bro? Welcome. Where do you trade Bybit leverage? I have links in the video description below. I use those sites when I'm using leverage. A lot of my trading goes on Coinbase, to be totally honest. Bye, says Alum. Okay, sure. What, Mother Gaia, how you doing? Man. Oofed. Of course. Now I gotta go to... Every time. Guys, I can't make it more than like 2 hours without peeing, apparently. I drink too much water. John Inge Becken Statvik subscribed. Welcome. Welcome to the fam, my friend. If you haven't subscribed yet, why not? Josh, please, none of that here, bud. We don't go into realms like that. This is for crypto. Keep it crypto. Have you guys heard of Cardano? Heard it's gonna be big. Stinky colas. Never heard of it. What's it about? Shill me it. Shill me your donos. Uh-oh, accidentally opened League of Legends. I don't know how my computer's gonna like that while I'm streaming. Make sure you smash the like button, by the way. Actually, we have 370 likes and 360 watching. That's dang good. He just heard the league noises, I bet. I would like to see that at 420. That is our goal, usually, 420. So that we can blazeth it. But I'll take 370. With less than that watching, I'll take that. Watch out, the floor is lava. We're killing it today. Good stream today. We've looked at a lot of coins. A ton of coins. I've lost count. I should probably do a better job of keeping track. I know we looked at... Let's see. What do I know we've looked at today? I'm going to write them down here quick while I say them out loud. I know we have obviously looked at Bitcoin. Ooh, we spent an hour on Bitcoin. We've looked at Linketh. We've looked at Sol. We've looked at Litecoin. Looked at Algo. We've looked at BCH. We've looked at DGB. We've looked at KCB. We've looked at CELR. Was that it? Did I miss any? I don't think so. Maybe. What's a Cardano? It's a good question. What's a Cardano? What up, Era Random? How you doing, bro? Look at Era Random with his champ status membership badge. Look at that. You know how many people have that membership badge? I actually don't. But that number is like 2, maybe. Maybe 2. Maybe 3. Hawaii. I want to go to Hawaii. Beano Squad. I don't know who's speaking at festivals, but I'm always down to speak at festivals. Bonnaroo got rug pulled. Bonnaroo got rug pulled by the rain. Womp womp. No problem, Julia. Great to see you, darling. Only 30 likes to 420. That's right, Jeremy. You're going live tonight, right? 3 hours. You ready? You guys gonna tune into Jeremy Ragsdale's performance? Yeah, at a festival, the floor is actually pissed. That's true. Most of the time. Oh, man. Mitch Ray did a spaceship stream. Nah, I have not tuned into that gentleman's stream in quite a few moons. Quite a few. You'd imagine. Oh, womp womp. So we're not done retracing. So where are we looking? To the 0.5. 49.6. Let's see. Unless it bounces right back. It's looking a little wicky. It's looking a little wicky. 5 minute can't catch a break, son. Bonnaroo, the floor's doo-doo. I wasn't going to go to Bonnaroo anyway. How am I going to imagine? Smooth R&B. Welcome to the Smooth R&B Radio. Only the hottest, no, only the spiciest beats and the coolest jams. Alright, well, we gotta move our retracement down. So let's say, what if it goes to the 0.5? What if it goes to 618? Our levels don't really change. They shift. Let's go back. Let's go back. Rewind. It's not working. Oop, that was quick, Vesemir. Well done. Yeah, looks like they're going for a deeper retrace. 2618 right there. Right there at the 0.5. Easy peased. Will we get the 0.5 bounce? I don't know. Yo, that's not Crypto Face. That is someone who made their account Crypto Face and has the icon. But that's not him. That's not him. That voice. Tall blonde girls. Right back at you. No, I know it's not him. I know that for a fact because on our channel, CryptoFace has a wrench. Did that intentionally. That way, if anyone did that, we would know it's not them. I think it would be fair. Yeah, we don't like impersonation here. Too many scammers. What's up, day trading? Jake Cobam. She's a ginger. That's okay. Ginger. All types, man. All types. Ooh, great chose sunglasses vendor. All your moms love this voice. That's right. That's okay. I welcome your moms. Let me get them into crypto. They can join us on the moon. So we're chilling at retracement. Basically at our 0.5. 618, a little lower. Neither would be surprising. Do we have anything reversally yet? We haven't found it. We keep looking, haven't found it. Oh, that 1 hour really faked us out. Or one minute. Sorry, not 1 hour. 5 minute never really got good looking. Still not good looking. 30 minute. Are you really? Even the 30 minute faked us out. We got wrecked. This was definitely looking to roll over. Last minute it pulled out. 45 minute now looking to roll over. Hourly's still fine, so that's good. Hourly's still fine. Make sure you guys have joined the Discord, by the way. Keep up with our live streams. We're live here daily. After this stream, I'll put today's chart, as we do every day, up live so you can watch it after the show. It's good stuff. But most importantly, mostest importantly, check out the Patreon. Still a great time to sign up. Had a bunch of people join this month. Great to see it. Great to see people investing in themselves. I love to be able to provide value in the form of trade setups, technical analysis, macro market analysis, all kinds of goods. Man, I'm running out of energy. Beginning of these months, I just go so ham. It just wrecks me. This does not look bad, though. Man, still just doesn't look bad. We're zoomed in, so we're not getting anything. I really would have liked that 4 hour support to hold. There's still time. We have 2 hours left to go. Still could close above 50. Still could. That'd be a great close. Be a nice back test of support. 2 hour has some support here. 49.8. I don't think that this is really, we're seeing this and we've been zoomed in. We didn't see anything bullish that played out again. Every time, every stream that we've done this where we go through these small time frames and kind of identify them, in the stream, price has followed in that direction. So like if the low time frames were looking bad, price has gone down. If the low time frames were looking good, the price has gone up. That's pretty remarkable. And actually, I'll be the first to say it. It's happened more often than probabilistically it should. Shouldn't happen that much. We've gotten lucky. That's what that means. Let's look at it from the 0.5. Actually, that laps up pretty good. As our low came down, we adjust our retracement. There we go. We've gotten lucky, but that's probably because all you guys are here. Sending good energy. Metrola AF. Great TA Tom year after year. Thank you for noticing, my friend. Oh yeah, that too, error random. CryptoFace has a check mark. Mattis says, "Hey asswipe, can you look at BTT for me?" Weird that yeah, like that. Weird that you would think someone would do something for you and you address them as asswipe. But guys, I released that video yesterday. I was well aware. I was so nervous to release it. I was so nervous to release it, partly because I knew how much crap I would get for it. And so to see trolls today, that's not really surprising. Not really blow my mind. Maybe expected. Maybe exactly as expected. You trolls, you're my TA. I've TA'd you. And that TA controlled your free will. If you guys want to check out that video and crap on it, there it is. Links in the chat. Check it out after the stream. My mom watches you. Giggity. If I check B Pro, don't know what it is. Bellew. Haha, this voice. Thank you. Question mark. The homie smoke. What's up, N4N20? What's up, man? If you want Alchemist, if you want bad TA, you got a bunch of suggestions for you. Joshua Jones. Patreon only accepts credit cards, bank accounts, unfortunately. Don't got one of those. That's all right. Rico. Bass Player T, what's up, man? Great show, thank you, dude. I'm like totally out of energy. I'm tapped. I'm down for the count. Yeah, I wish Patreon did have crypto payments. That'd be great. What's up, Jared Simpson? $5 and a Lunchable. I'll take it. One Nito, what's the deal with the shades? Is this your first time here, buddy? We've been making content for years. For years. Your voice sound like a construction site. It's interesting we're seeing all these names I've never seen coming in with like some strange energy. Nito, true story, man. I don't have any of that though. Interesting. Just like names that have never been here. All at the same time. Coming in. The same energy. Not coincidence. Joe Jester, have you ever had a trade that you tried to make, it ended up not going through, turned out to be a good thing? Well, typically when you're making user error mistakes, right? Typically you're rushing. Typically when you're rushing, you're not making a plan. You're just going in the moment, right? Does that make sense? XRP doesn't look like anything. Just retesting that daily resistance. Probably looking for a higher low. Our $1 might be off the table, might not be. We'll see. Strange energy pylons. Look at these pylons. Nicholas Lacombe, long-time listener, don't usually chat. What's up, dude?
What are your top 5 holdings? Thank you for your videos.
Top 5 holdings. So, number 1. Actually, I can show you. I want a visual aid. Oop, that didn't work. Okay. So number 1, Bitcoin. Number 1, Bitcoin. This is actually a really small percent I usually aim for 75% of my portfolio to be Bitcoin. But these dang alts just had different ideas this year. With only gaining, so I've only gained Bitcoin. I have more Bitcoin now with 56% of my portfolio being Bitcoin than I did when it was 75. So I've only added. Even with adding, alts have grown so much since then that it has pushed that allocation down to, it was actually sub 50%. That's when I start taking a bunch of profits into Bitcoin, get that back above 50. Number 2, Ethereum. I would prefer that to be Litecoin, but a very generous person made a rather large tip a few months ago, and that boosted it to number 1. Number 2, so I say Ethereum, Litecoin are my number 2 now. But Litecoin being the next one. And then honestly, all these other ones that you see here, they're ones that just weren't big positions that blew up. Doge used to be less than 1% of my portfolio, blew up. Now it's like, even after selling 5 figures worth of in profit and still having a ton, that's sitting at number 4. 88 number 3, that was closer to like a top 10 position of mine, but it's really only there up at number 3 right now because of how much it's grown. Holy crap. Whoa. Hot is actually in my top 5 right now, or top 10. So it goes Bitcoin, Ethereum. I don't include this typically, but it is important information for people investing who want a similar portfolio. Oh, here we go. Are we going down to the 618? Are we breaking this? I don't know. I don't believe it. This was the level that we started the show with, 49.5. If that breaks, we lose some of the bullish divergences that we've had. As long as it doesn't break, it stays intact and it gets more exaggerated, becomes stronger. What I was saying is not usually included when I describe my portfolio, but it's important if anyone is looking to make a similar portfolio. Fiat, cash, stablecoin is actually my third largest. About 10% of my portfolio in stablecoin. Yeah, I can peek at Raven then. Then Cardano, then Doge, then BNB, then HOT, which is news to me. What did that do? Why is that number like 6? That's weird. Then BAT, and most of that BAT is because I am a content creator. I got in on the Brave browser program early and got like a ton of referrals. So I didn't really buy any of that BAT. So it's not really fair. Then Digibyte, Monero, Theta. That pretty much rounds off the top 10. Thanks for asking. Thanks for the 5. Tall blonde, Tom blonde girl. Rodney Asseston. Let's look at Ravencoin. Let me update. Because this is looking more and more bouncy. Let me update this and then, yeah, we'll look at Raven. Really, this golden pocket is just inching down with these lows. It's not really going anywhere. It's like roughly the same value. There we go. That looks like more of a serious bounce. Probably not going to take any more requests after this. Sorry, guys. Like I said, I'm running out of energy. Been running out of energy. You've been subscribed 6 months. Never heard why I wear the shades. Fair. And I was going to say, I know you're not new because I recognize your name. This is not in USD. All right, we get a whole new chart. Why do I wear the shades, bro? Because I got laser eyes, son. If I take these off, blasts right through the internet. It's for your protection. That or because the future's so bright. That one's a little cheesier, though. Your pick. Take your pick. Golden All right, Raven above. You got 18.8 cents as resistance on the monthly, likely on the quarterly as well. We'll see that quick. On the quarterly as well. Likely the quarterly's close target to test. It looks like we already kind of did in this quarterly. It got very, very close. That's what I'm looking for Bitcoin as well. Move up to that quarterly level. Monthly, not really enough data for the monthly. So let's look at that weekly. Money flow looking solid on the weekly. Momentum looking solid on the weekly. No bearish divergence yet. You're on top of the 20 weekly. Ooh, wow, you're actually at a real spicy point. Ooh, buddy, check this. Check that out. Check that out. Look at that weekly. This is acting as support as the last weekly candle. Traded below, tested the 20, got bought back up to support. Opened up here.
Take a look at ARBKF. Bitcoin miner. Love ya, man.
Stone Bridge Advisors. Not going to say no to 20 bucks, sure. But after that, then we're probably not going to do any more requests. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. We'll take a peek then. Let me finish up with Raven. Let me start with Raven. Mahmet Adzuk. Subscribe. Welcome, brother. Good to have you. Dude, Raven is wild right now. Look at this. Support. Broke. Support. I think with Raven, I can pretty confidently say this. You could look for a position right at support. 13.1 cents. You could just look to play it right just to the next resistance, 18.8. You'd look to stop under the 20 weekly. That's pretty tight. 11% versus 44%. 4 to 1 risk to reward. That's fancy. Your money flow looks good enough to justify it. Your momentum is good. Daily on MACD rolling over. Money flow very close. Very close call, but still looking solid. No issues with RSI on the daily. You're above the 200. You might even tighten up that stop. You might. I'm going to place this. Where did that go? Did anybody just see that trade thing just disappear and delete it? There it is. That's why. This is not filled yet, but that's where I would look. Oh, yeah. Might even be able to go for higher. Ooh, bud. That's probably the conservative play. The greedy play, though. The greedy play. Let's take a little more stop. Let's take that all the way up. Yeah. Yeah. 101%. I'd take that. I think Raven looks great. Launched that 200 daily. Found support there. Losing that. Not a good look. Your 200 is trending up. Your 50 is coming across it. Golden style bullishly. That's good. It's all good. This chart looks really solid. Especially the weekly. That weekly close gonna be very important. You want to see it hold. You want to see this weekly. As long as it closes green, it's held. So that's good. I don't have much else to say about it. Even the hourly looks solid. It looks good, man. Got the supports, got the resistances. Now for Mr. Stonehenge. Well, it could be misses, I don't know. Stonebridge. Or the person. I have a chart for this. That's very surprising. Extremely surprising. Wow. I don't remember when we looked at this. Oh, this is from January this year. But we saw our measured move to 440. Trade to 465. And then, I mean, this is what I think I was looking for. Looking for a retracement to the 0.5? No, to that's the 618. Unfortunately, it has made a deep retrace here. It actually went down to the 786. That's not ideal. But price got pushed back up. Made a high, made a higher low, and they made a higher high. That's not bad. You're off the 20, you're off the 50, you're above the 100. I think we're looking for a retrace to the upside. I think we got a reversal. I think we got a at least a short-term reversal. I'd be looking up here. Oh, yeah. $2.71. That's where I'm looking. This chart has potential. This has a lot of potential. You've got on the weekly here what is a left shoulder. Let's get rid of that. Your neckline is not established, so that's okay. So we don't have an inverse head and shoulder yet, but you have the makeup for it. Makeup. You have the trace Tito's. You have 3 bottoms. You have a higher high. Here's what I'd be looking for. A move. It could be up to that 272. Then I would look for a back test. Some kind of neckline. The neckline isn't clear here. That might even suggest that we haven't seen it yet. That's possible. Could be up at 330 or 230. Might see something like this. That's what I'd like to see. That would complete the pattern on the back test here. Though there's also like maybe a tiny little one here, inverse head and shoulders, and there is. And there is a tiny one. This one is actually very clear. All it's missing is the back test. So maybe we're looking for $1.95 to 230. Or we're looking for 230 to 195. Farther out though, I'm looking for 272. Would be nice to have that back test at 230. If you can complete, honestly, any of that, this chart is just going back to 441. This is a great chart. This has so much potential. Honestly, look at the macro too, like just macro conditions of crypto. You would expect mining companies to be doing well, to be outperforming the market. I dig this. Thanks for the support, man. I appreciate it. I don't have that much else to say about it because there's so much here. You're really looking for any kind of back test. Like you could see it at 196. You could see it at 230. But if you get a back test to any of those levels and it holds and it breaks whatever high it's set, you have an inverse head and shoulders here. And to me, that makes that 272 just kind of a low fruit. You're probably looking much higher. If it breaks 465, might be looking for 1115. I know. That's huge. What a cool chart. I'm going to, I don't remember when I did this thing. I'm going to put alerts here. I want to keep an eye on this bad boy. Oh, Bitcoin, you're just doing the same thing you were just doing. You're so boring. You're just waiting for me to stop streaming. Grumpy coin. All right. Still haven't seen the reversal quite yet. It's coming. 5 minutes still looks like crap. 1 minute looks like crap. Hard call. We didn't break our invalidation point for a bullish divergence. If we do, we're looking for the golden pocket. Probability might be siding with the golden pocket here. Test at 49,284. Though the reaction to the 0.5, you did have a large selling event that got bought up, closed back above. Still could get the bounce here. Man, this stupid golden pocket just keeps moving with. Let's see how this plays out. It's gonna be hard to make a call. It's gonna make a hard to make a call here. I don't see reversal yet. Everything's still in play from the start of the episode. That's right. What's up, Armagan, Incy? Dang those glasses. Exactly, Juanito. If I took these off, everyone watching right now would be at risk. It's like Cyclops. Like, just blows up everything. All right, my energy is beat. And you all know the second I turn this stream off, Bitcoin's going to run up or down. I don't know. Short term still looking like down. You know it's waiting for me. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put this stream, I'm going to put this chart right now up live in Discord so you can follow along after the stream. We do this every day. Let me see. There it goes. All right. I have it live. It's live. You guys are going to subscribe and like. And then what you're going to do is you're going to check out the Patreon after the show. Sign up today. Today. Don't wait. Just burning money if you wait. It's the best value. Your other homework is to watch my terrible video. Make comments about it. Links in the chat. Terrible, terrible, shameful video. I appreciate you all being here today. We're going to be live again tomorrow. So tune in tomorrow. I'll be watching. If you don't show up, I'll know. Tune in tomorrow. We'll do more TA. Happy trades, everybody. Crown out.